Back with our guest this afternoon, Kyle Taylor, Kathryn, Lyon. If you want to follow Kyle's trip, you can log on to genv.net. If you have any questions about it now, call us 617-244-3344.
Let's take a phone call. Teresa from Shirley, Massachusetts. You have been waiting patiently. What do you think?
Well, I think this is a great program, and even more than that, I wanted to recognize Kathryn Lyon's all her efforts. I mean, really want to express our appreciation for her, and she's a great champion for this in this town. But she gives a lot of help and encouragement to the kids. And I wanted to say, if well, I had a daughter who did a youth venture program, and she did it for 2 years, and Kathryn was great help. I was an ally, and I wanted to say, if people are considering doing this, being an ally, it doesn't take a huge effort. You're there to guide the kids, to answer their questions, to just give them a little bit of direction if they need it. But it doesn't take hours and hours of time, you know, to help the kids out.
What was your daughter's venture, and what did she get out of the experience?
She had a great time. It was 7th and 8th grade, and her and a friend started a group. They called it Energy Through Creativity, ETC. And the purpose was to get kids up and moving instead of going home and sitting around the TV and watching TV or doing computer. So it was basically her and her friend were dancers, and they had a group of kids in the gym, and they taught them different dance moves and choreographed a whole dance, and then they performed for the parents at the end of the session, at the end of the 6 or 8 weeks that they did it. So it got these kids moving and exercising.
Teresa, thanks for the call. It sounds great.
Good idea.
From Shirley, Massachusetts. You know, Teresa was saying it doesn't take a huge amount of energy on the part of the mentor, the ally, whatever it is. How about the kid? A kid's watching the show, or a kid hears about Youth Venture, says, hey, listen, I'm not him. I really want to do this. I really want to make a commitment. I want to learn about social change and do something, but I'm not ready to come up with my own program, my own deal. Is there a place for him or her, that kid, in your operation?
Oh yeah, and that's fine. That's what's so great about Youth Venture, especially the new website, because it's not just a place for people who are at the point who want to start their own venture. It's a place for people who are just socially minded or seeing problems in their community and saying, you know, I wish there was something I could do about this.
So what do they join somebody else's potentially? What is it? They hit that entry point, they go to the website, they're not ready for their own deal, as you say. What happens when they go to the website?
Well, when they go to the website, they can set up a profile online and start connecting with other venture teams and sort of get an idea of what they've done.
It says what their interests are, that sort of thing?
Yeah, what their interests are. You sort of connect with people based on issues. So you put poverty, education, and equity, and you connect with people now all around the world who are caring about these things. And you know, what we're trying to do here is say that, hey, you know, ask yourself the question, what moves me? What inspires me? What bothers me about my community? And then once you start asking those questions, you'll start to see answers coming out.
But are there some ventures that run beyond the borders of a city or town where you do connect with that person in another state or another country? And do you work in tandem, and you can potentially be doing your piece in Ohio while she or he is doing it in California? Does that work too?
Yeah, well, where we are right now, we do have teams in the U.S. and abroad that are working with sort of issues abroad. So we have a group in New York that's working. It's called Earth Tone Recordings. They're bringing Khmer music from Cambodia and infusing it into U.S. culture. But we've just launched globally, so this is right at the access point where we're trying to see those connections happen around the world. So we're not there yet, but that's where we're going right now.
All right, you're going to take this fabulous trip. You leave Friday, a bunch of different countries, bring up the map. This is not going to be in the fanciest hotels, eating the fanciest meals. Is this camping, and you're doing it by yourself entirely? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm traveling alone, but we do have support and staff in all the countries that I'll be staying with. So I'll either be crashing on couches or sleeping in an 8-bed hostel room. I get a per diem to cover my basic expenses, just eating and sleeping. I mean, this isn't the Luxo cruise, this isn't the Luxo tour. I'm flying coach, and I'm totally fine with it.
What are you packing?
I have one backpack. I can only have 30 pounds total. So I have one backpack and a little wheelie suitcase that has my laptop and my video camera and all the multimedia in it. That's it.
Do you have any concerns as you head off?
No, I'm just really excited because I'm just so excited to meet these people. I mean, you're telling the story of other venture teams, and Teresa's telling the story of her daughter, and it's just exciting me, and it gives me goosebumps every time. And so to meet these empowered people and build this movement and work towards, that's actually in Tibet on the train from Beijing to Tibet, and work towards this goal of creating a world where everyone is a change maker is just incredibly empowering and incredibly inspiring.
Do you worry, I mean this seriously, I mean you are such a wild overachiever. Do you worry that someone watches, they hear what you said a minute ago saying you don't have to be at this level, and says, hey listen, this is great, but I'm not this kid. I'm just a normal kid with normal skills and normal energy. Don't you worry about that?
Well, I don't think anybody's normal. I
don't mean normal in a pejorative way. I mean
I know what you're saying, yeah. But I think it's more about them seeing an example and then wanting to just sort of follow that example. And I mean, everyone sees problems in their community, and everyone has the drive and ambition to create change. Sometimes it just takes reminding them to do it.
You buy it?
I buy
See
it.
a good role model?
Absolutely. And the venture that the youth create, that's their choosing. So you have an opportunity to put in as much time as you want or as little. We have a venture team that was created because they didn't think that the textbooks we had at school were very good. So they ran a sports program for a little bit of while and used money to buy some new textbooks.
I just realized, what's your deal? Why are you doing this? We found out why he's doing it. We find out why other young people are motivated. Why do you care about this?
I started just because I was curious, and I tell you learn so much, and you see the changes that happen with the kids and the things that they accomplish, and you don't want to walk away. They keep saying thank you for doing this, and you've got to be kidding. Thank me for doing this. This is the best thing in the whole wide world.
All right, let's take a call. Mike in Bedford, New Hampshire. Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, this is for Kyle. When you go off to all these 11 countries, is there a youth venture team there waiting for you so you can learn their stories and help spread their word as well?
Yeah, that's what the trip is actually all about. So we have partnerships, sort of like in a franchise model, with all these different organizations who do our type of work that are part of the Youth Venture family. So I'll be with those staff members visiting teams. And in different countries, they're at different points. So some places are just launching teams. Others have had teams for many years. An array of ages from people 12 to 24. And so what I'll be doing is meeting with them, interviewing them, doing podcasts online, taking pictures, filming videos, and writing blogs, and really just telling their story, while at the same time telling my story of sort of discovering these people and how it impacts me. So
You're going to be a youth venture rock star. Are you ready for this, Kyle?
I'm ready. Bring it.
Time for another break. We're still taking your calls. The number is 617-244-3344. Don't go anywhere.